Okay, looks like we're live. Hey everybody, welcome back to Army Guys channel. So today I thought I would share with you guys kind of where testing is at for Hiraeth, as it's pronounced. Um, I had posted that I was going to do that the other night, and after talking to the developer, he wanted me to kind of get a little bit more associated with and more familiar with the new systems. So what I'm going to do this time, and I'm not really doing this to show you guys because you're not going to see this stuff. Uh, Later in game, what you see me doing is going to be much different than what's going to be in the actual game. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'll explain how to do this stuff because it may still be the same, but for the most part, I'm going to be testing. So, you know what? Hang on a second. There's something I forgot to do here. I always forget to do that when I start the stream. Every freaking time. See, I always forget something. Always forget something. Let me make sure that's on. I think it's on. Okay. So, let's get right into it here. So, for testing purposes, so right now I'm in closed testing. There's only a couple of us that are that have access to this right now. So he's out of this thing called Space for Test, and this room here is going to be the testing ground pretty much. So here we've got the bed and some basic items and stuff. For the purposes of this test, the only thing I really need is probably just this backpack. I'll go ahead and grab the front pack anyway. I don't really need any food right now. And I'll go ahead and grab the crowbar, but I think the crowbar is bugged at the moment, so there was some kind of issue with that. I can't remember what it was exactly. I'll go ahead and grab this air tank. Don't really need this water. Kind of grabbing some stuff. So anyway, this is the training facility. Not training facility, excuse me. This is the testing facility. Like I said, you guys will not have access to this, more than likely. This is just for testing purposes. But as you can see, I'm out here in space. We have a little room with various different things. And so, excuse me. So what I'm going to do here is, first thing I'm going to do is grab the radar. And the radar, I'll go ahead and read this. Bear with my reading. Like I said, I have aphasia, so sometimes I have some issues. A compact infiltration device combining Slugworks hardware with legacy neural net systems. The built-in circuit tapper rapidly interfaces with remote terminals and smart locks, breaching basic firewalls and spoofing credentials via the TR, I don't know what that's called. I'll just say A7 protocol. Nicknamed the Digital Rodent, Router slips past security undetected to assess and override access controls. Note: incompatible with Black Core class systems without signal impulse calibration. Restricted tech authorized for Slugworks ADP personnel under the Spectral Access Initiative. Civilian use is illegal and traceable. So we'll take the router here, and we're going to grab the new Flux Sync tool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick that up. I was gonna show you some of the other stuff first, but we'll go ahead and pick this up. And we'll grab one Talon AI card. And what these do is, well, we'll read the card. Uh, Tactical Access Layer Override Node. Access Injector. An elite grade intrusion device engineered under the Spectral Access Initiative. This multi-use injector overrides complex security layers using protocol tier Alpha, Talon AI, Alpha, dynamically maps encrypted access matrices, and deploys adaptive code burst to destabilize embedded defense algorithms. Designed for multiple deployments, it offers a dozen tactical override attempts before self-neutralization. Only the most fortified digital vaults resist its touch, and not for long. Warning: experimental firmware unstable against adaptive ICE or ICE distribution. Reserved for Slugworks ADP Black Ops divisions. Unauthorized possession. Trigger signal code class 9. Trace enforcement. It says it has 9 uses, but up here I think it said it has over a dozen. Offers a dozen tactical override attempts. I'll explain that. And then here we have the cyber lockpicks. I'll go ahead and read that as well. Like I said, bear with me, guys. I don't read aloud a lot, and I have some trouble. It's not that I'm retarded. It's just I have some problems with some issues from health and stuff. A disposable set of precision picks built to bypass locks that were never meant to be touched. Neutral latches, holographic seals, even old school mechanical relics. Everything opens if you've got the right tools and a steady hand. They're not legal, they're not cheap, but in the right hands, they open more than just doors. Every attempt is a test of reflexes and nerve. 7 uses, cyber lockpick. So, I'm just going to grab one set for right now. I should have read the flux thing, and I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can still read that real quick. So, the Talon AI card is used with the Ratter. The Cyber Lockpick is used for lockpicking. So, the Ratter and the Talon AI are used in the new hacking. And Cyber Lockpick is its own thing. It's lockpicks. The Flux Sync Tool MK1 is actually going to be used for systems repair. And I'll go ahead and read that now. Manufacturer Slugworks ADP, Series Adaptive Diagnostics Protocol. Technical description: the first generation Flux Sync tool developed by the tech diagnostic pioneers at Slugworks ADP is a portable interface designed to reconstruct data flow within normal neural networks. The device locates disrupted nodes, maps their resonant state, and restores stability through active impulse realignment across core transition channels. Core features are echo trace, deep layer impulse, disruption scanner, node pair system, dynamic pairing of scattered control nodes, core flux regulation, real-time data stream synchronization, trusted across high interface environments from shipboard diagnostics to subterranean comm channels. The MK1 sets the baseline for precision maintenance operations. It's not just repair, it's optional continuity made manifest. And then down here you've got the speed, the durability, the mint. Well, not the mint, but the condition it's in. It says mint here. And then this is the actual condition. This is just the condition statement. And you got the weight, of course. So those are the 3 tools I'm going to be using. I'll I'll go ahead and exit that, and I'm going to go ahead and try out the new AMPX module. And this module actually now will allow us to play music. And I own the soundtrack to the game. I bought it, and it's also now implemented into the game. So, and then here we've got entry files that are notes. So I'll just grab a couple of these. And like I said, again, this stream is not to be a tutorial. I'm just showing you guys what the systems look like right now and what I'm testing, and just to kind of show progress with the game coming along. Since you guys, for those of you guys who have been following since the start of me playtesting Hiraeth, I thought you might find it interesting to see the new improvements and what's been up, what's been added. And so that's why I'm doing this. Show kind of where things are at, and just to kind of share with you what I'm testing. Everything you're seeing is pretty much live, and on this live stream, I'm doing everything live. I've only ran through this one time before, and I've done these different. We've got. Let me just show you instead of rambling about it here. So we'll go to this one. So these are not timed immediately anyway, for the most part. So now that we have the radar, we can access this. And what this is a keypad here. You just assume this is the radar's keypad, right? And so you've got 4 digits. I'll just explain this very simply. This is a pretty easy thing to learn. You've got 4 digits, so you just enter 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you don't have to enter 1, 2, 3, and 4, but this is how you find what numbers are in the code the easiest. So I enter 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I immediately know that there's a 3 in this 4 number code. But the 3 is yellow because it's in the wrong place. So if it was in the right place, it would be bright green. So now we're going to move on to the next drop of code. We're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. We already know this is a 3, but there could be also a 5, 6, 7, or 8. So we'll go ahead and hit enter. And so already we're off to a great start. We've already got 2 numbers, and they're in the exact position that they needed to be in, and they are the right numbers. So now we just have to figure out, we obviously know that there's a 3 and an 8, so now all we have to do is switch the position of the 3 and the 8, because the 5 and the 6 are in the right position. So this code, in order to enter access, and I don't even have a timer, is going to be 5, 6, 8, 3. So we'll go ahead and enter 5, 6, 8, 3, and hit enter. And we've got our first hacker breach attempt done and dusted. And so I'm going to save this Talon AI usage for the heavier, longer codes, or any kind of ones where I have a difficulty. I mean, in theory, if you wanted to, you could just use the Talon AI card, but you only have so many of these. It says 9. So we're gonna do this again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We know immediately there's at least a 4. It's just in the wrong spot. Okay, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we know now that there's a 4, 6, and an 8, but they're all in the wrong spot. So we're off to kind of a bad start. So now we have 9 and 0 left over, and in order to guess at what those last 2 are, we're going to say either 6, 8 or 4, 8. Doesn't really matter. So we'll say 6, 8 and see if one of these is in the right position. None of these are in the right position, so this is going badly. Okay, so we have 3 of the numbers, and we're still missing 1 number. And one of the numbers, this number here could be any of these 3 numbers repeated. So it could be 99, excuse me. So I can enter this as, we'll switch the 8 with the 9. We'll say the code is 8, and then we'll say 8, and then we'll go 9, and hopefully that these are in the right position, and then we'll say 6. That was a pretty good guess. Now we have to figure out what that repeating number is, because it's yellow, which means typically it would mean it's in the wrong spot, but since there's no other spots, that means it's probably not the right number. So we can try 8996. That's not correct either. And so we're fixing to run out of attempts here. So it's probably going to be 8696. Because we already tried the 8 and the 9. What am I missing here? 8896 wasn't correct. 8996 wasn't correct. 8696 wasn't correct. It shouldn't be any of these red numbers. This could just be a fluke, but I'm going to go ahead and just try one. Because I've already entered all of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's just a fluke, but we'll try it anyway. Let's say 8196. It's not that. Okay, 8296. We're probably gonna run out of attempts, but I'm gonna try it anyway. 82. So what is it then? 8396. So somehow, oh, okay, that was my fault, guys. I was not thinking, and I forgot that there was a 4. I didn't pay attention enough to see the 4. So we'll try this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a 6, 890, so 96. So it's either going to be 996. No, 969. Okay, so it's going to be 669. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I made it look a lot more difficult when I was doing this one, but that's okay. I'm going to leave these items in the crate because one of the first things I told him I was going to do was check this. And this is going to be probably a harder terminal. So now I'll probably get to show you the use of the Talon AI if I have bad luck on this. So for this one, we'll just enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we now know there's a 1, 2, a 5, and a 6, but they're all in the wrong spot. That's going to make things a lot more difficult. But we still have a bunch of numbers that we haven't punched in yet. So 7, 8, 9, 0. And we'll just see if there's a 1, 2 at the end back here. We'll just go ahead and punch those in. No. Okay. Well, we know that this is not a 1. So it could be a 2, it could be a 5, and it could be a 6. And we're running out of time, so I'm just gonna have to hurry up and punch in these numbers. The harder ones. So what we'll use is the Talon AI. So we got 2 other letters here. So 8, 2, 6, 1, 2, 8. Oh, I didn't make it in. I'll go ahead and just go ahead and demonstrate the Talon AI usage. So we've got those different numbers there, and so now we have to figure out what these last two are. We know for a fact that more than likely this. Oh no. Okay, so it's either going to be. Let's try 7 for. That's still not the right number. So 4, 4, 8, 7, 3? No. 7. Yeah. The longer numbers, these are harder to do, but I've done them. So we already got a 2. We're off to a good start. So 7, 5. 5's in the wrong place. We'll say 6. No. So 8, 5. 8's a good one. So we got a 2 and an 8. I don't have any more Talon AI, so I gotta do this myself. Let's try 8, 7, 5. 8, 2, 5, 7, 2, 5. I'm not gonna get this one. Yeah, we only got 3 numbers. We're out of time. This is a tough one. Try again. We got the 1 and the 6, so now you just got to figure out these two. 1, say 4, 2, 7, 7, 8, 0, 1, 7, 4, 3, 0. Like I said, it's just a little bit harder, but so now what I'm going to do is I told them I would test this now that we're in. We'll click. So we got main menu, messages, corrupted file. Click it. And then we've got deep connector runtime. Manifest. So on the manifest, it says that we've got all this different stuff nearby. 3 battery chargers, vintage, air bottle charger, gunsmith bench, induction hob. I don't know what that is there. Exo tailoring bench, chemistry bench, workbench, illegal hot plate, fire barrel, and 3 vintage air bottle chargers. So the 3 battery chargers are probably the ones that it's mentioning here. And then the fire barrel's over there. Illegal hot plate. I want to say that's back here. There it is. Workbench. So these are all the benches. We got the gunsmith bench, workbench, chemistry bench, exo tailoring bench. I don't know what this induction hob is. There's no way for me to know for sure what that is. Alright, give me just a second. We gotta step away for just a second here. my breakfast burritos here. So let's see. We'll continue on. I can eat and play. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I pretty much have verified everything's here. I don't know what the induction hob is, so I'm not real sure what that would be. Probably that, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so we did this one, and this is going to be basically the same thing. Actually, hang on. That's a manifest with storage. This is what he wanted me to check here. The zone of responsibility scanners detected 375 stored in the standardized containers. So Bohan, Captain Tom. And you can, this is basically if you were, if you came into this place, you wanted to know what was in here, you could just check. So I'm gonna read through this list. It's supposed to display everything that's in these boxes. I wish it showed it by box, though, because there's no way to know for sure what items are in what box. That would probably help a lot more. But say the game's later in development and you want to know when you go into a place if it's going to be worth your time hacking into all the boxes, you can look and see if the place even has the items that you needed, right? So I'm going to add this Conti sauce to my breakfast burrito here before we continue. Now, normally I would add Tabasco sauce, but because I have little containers of the Conti, that's what we're doing. So, it's important to note that I don't have Tabasco. Oh, yes. We've got the Conti burrito. Oh yeah, boy. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm trying to think. He must have added exo glue. Why are there so many ferrets? Where are those at? Go flux sync tool. Some of the stuff isn't locked. Most of it is. I don't know what that was about. I'm not that low on fatigue or food. Don't know why I'm blurring out. Didn't have that happen before. Okay, so I showed you the hacking, but what I'm going to do is I got to go down these and we got to unlock each one of these so I can verify the items that are in these crates. So there's quite a lot in here to do this with. So I'm going to do this really rapidly, quickly as possible. And then last we have a 0 here, so we'll say 6, 3. So then it's 6, 2. No. It's not 6. It is 3. so it must be 262. 362, excuse me. So you don't always want to use that Talon AI card. Just because you have it. It's handy to have, sure, but... Okay, so this is the lockpick system. And I can just take as much time as I want to show you, but as soon as I start moving the pick, the time starts running out. This is pretty much the easiest of the mini games. And so what you do here is you move it back and forth with the A and the D key. You hold shift to concentrate it and slow it down, and then you hold space to contact the node. So here we go, I'll show you. Holding space, you can get on the node. And boom. That one's unlocked. We've got contents in that one. It's 356. I shouldn't even hit the 789. I should have just went off the 356. Okay, so it's either going to be... These are both in the wrong spot. So I'm going to go with 563. That was easy. Lockpick again. Oh, we ran out of lockpicks. It uses lockpicks, I think, for each node or something. Let's grab another one. Started a new puzzle. There we go. Ran out of lockpicks, but I'm in. So, I think it costs you 1 pick per node. Crowbar is messed up right now. I'll go ahead and try to get in, but I'm pretty sure... Hey, it worked! He patched it. Okay. The crowbar's working. I needed to check that for the hammer, though. Because last time I was trying the hammer and the hammer wasn't working. Okay. Let's check the hammer. Excuse me. Hammer's good. And we need a lockpick for that one. The biggest issue that I've ran into so far in testing is that you run out of lockpicks. This first node here. Second node. Oh, yeah. We're in. It's going to be 7 something 3. 703. We're in. As you can see, the hacking is not hard. Once you understand what you have to do to get into it, it's just all guesswork from there on. You just need to understand how the system works. We ran out of lockpicks on that. I could grab a bunch of them, but then I think what'll happen is I'll use too many of them too quickly. I'm going to test that, actually, because we need to know if it's going to use multiple lockpicks. Oh, there was a node there, I missed it. Break that in a hammer. We're in on that one. I'll try the crowbar again. Okay, that worked. So it's going to be 607 maybe. Okay, so that's pretty reliable. This is how I do things. It doesn't mean that you have to do things like this, but to me, this is the easiest way to do it. We got a 5 and a 2. 2's in the right spot. 9, 0. No, this would be 9, 2, 0, 5. This is 5's in the wrong spot, so this can't be a 5. So it's probably 2, 2, 5, 0. There we go. It just requires just a little bit of thinking. It's not terrible. And you see what I'm doing there is if I know it's 8, 9, but it says these are in the wrong places, then I know obviously that if 0 is not in here, or if 0 is in here, I should say, which I think it is, that it's going to be, this will be the first digit, and then let's swap these two. So we're going to try that. Okay, so these are still in the wrong places, so it's probably going to be 908. And you want to get good at this without using the Talon AI card. So obviously this right here is going to be an easy one. This is going to be 4, 6, 3. You want to get good at these without using the Talon AI, because you may need the Talon AI for the more tougher ones. Ran out of lockpicks again. Crap. I didn't mean to do that. So if that pops up, you just hit escape, close, and then back. So I'm going to test that real quick, the lockpick thing. I want to make sure that it's not accidentally using. So it says I have 2 uses on those lockpicks. Where are those? Sorry. Yeah, so it shows I have 8 uses on the lockpicks. By the way, I'm also going to check that AMPX module now. So I'm going to install the AMPX module, and I'm going to go to the data hub, and then I'm going to go to the XOAMP, and we're just going to add something to playlist here. Just grab a couple different songs, say 3 of them. I'm going to hit play. So So now it gets a little bit of music while we're playing. How about that? Okay, so let's see what we got. So I'm watching for the usage now. Make sure I don't have double the use of the lockpicks or anything like that. Where's the other one? Okay, so that should be in. Okay, so got 3 picks left. That's not going to be enough for the next lockpick. I think we're going to run into lockpicks. That's what I think. But yeah, there's all these containers to unlock. And I don't think you can craft lockpicks yet, so. There's a Talent AI for free. That one's a 12-use card. Now, even though I knew that this is a 4 in the first place, I'm just checking to make sure the 7, 8, and 9 are not in the code. So we've got this, and then now we just have to still test 0. So these are the first 2 digits. So some number in here repeats. We'll say 488. You can see how it's a fun little game to play. Yeah, this one has 12 uses. Yeah, this one has 12 uses. I don't even have enough lockpicks for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll hit escape on that. Don't waste. That's another little tidbit of information that might be handy for you guys. If, in fact, it goes to the demo in this state. Don't try to lockpick if you don't have enough lockpicks to get all the nodes. Because otherwise you'll just waste lockpicks and they'll lock you up. I don't think I'm going to unlock everything. It's a 4 code. I know there's a 3 in there somewhere, but I want to also make sure that none of these other numbers are in the code. We've got 3 of the numbers, and there's a 0 missing somewhere here. We'll try 0, 6, 8, 3. 0 is not part of the code, so it's going to be 6, 8, 3 somehow. It's probably going to be 8, 6, with one of these numbers repeated. That last number being a 3. So 8, 6, 8. 8's not the right number, it can't be. This isn't in the right spot, so 8, 6. It's not a 3. It's probably 6. 8, 6, 6, 3. There we go. We've got 11 locks. We did all the top containers, and then now there's all these containers underneath. But I've also got these cabinets that I still have to unlock. Let me just see what these require. That one's an easy one. Break into that one. This requires lockpicks. I need 5 of those. And that one's already open. And we're almost completely out of lockpicks. And I still have that other whole back end to do, because I still have... Oh, these aren't locked this time. Last time these were locked. Yeah, I've still got a small container there. The one next to it, you can barely see. Those are hack. That one's a lockpick, and that one requires 4, so I don't have enough lockpicks to unlock everything in here. Yeah. We're short about 2 lockpicks in the test facility to unlock every container, to know for sure if everything's there. It should list these items by proximity. So composition E times 3 with an MK1 concentrator. Never mind, it doesn't. I thought it would list them from closest to furthest, but it doesn't. It just tells you everything that's in here. Three waters. Oh yeah, plus these also are a lockpick thing, so I won't be able to get into those. Some of these chargers are also lockpick. I'm gonna show you the repair real quick if I can find one. This one's a lockpick. Here we go. We'll do the repairs now. So for these repairs, you just hold the mouse and draw a line. One red node to the other. It is timed, but uh-oh, we got a problem on that one. The nodes are on top of each other, I think, because there's no other rescan. There we go. Well, that was easy. So you just rescan if all of a sudden you get one that doesn't have 2 nodes. Pretty easy. You know. Yeah, hang on a second. Ugh. Okay, so that's the repair. That one's already unlocked. I'm gonna check something real quick. Let's so when I pick this pistol up, you're gonna see that a knife is stuck to my hand while the pistol's there. He knows about that. That's something else that he's doing to try to oh, it's not there now. Yeah, he must have patched over it last night. Let's see if it's got... Okay, so that's 3 rounds with a jam. And 2 more. That's a 5-round magazine for some reason. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's right. I think that's supposed to have a 10-round magazine. Okay, so I'm definitely empty on that one. What I should have done was check the number on that one. I didn't do it. Oh, I know why. I gotta go find a battery real quick. Battery. Put the battery in. Somewhere. When you have the battery connected, you have the HUD show up and it'll show your rounds displayed. The battery's what you gotta do. Did ours? Must have already played through them. Okay, so let's try the... Okay, so it shows that we have 7 rounds. Which I don't think is the starting rounds for this, but whatever. It must be spawning with only a couple rounds in it. Yeah, usually those are a lot bigger magazines. So. Sport, I think, should have 5 rounds. Got 8 now. I wish you could zoom in and out on the scope on this. I can understand. Right now. This is still a cool gun. I like it. Well done. If you haven't noticed, it also displays the distance to target in the upper right hand corner. That's the stand. And we're empty. We're not jammed. I just wanted to do a quick run through on these weapons and make sure everything was functioning correctly. There's some mags. Yeah, I think these are 10-round magazines. It says 17 now, you must have changed it. Load the magazine. Yeah. We'll probably get a jam because these aren't in great health. I'll check. 83 condition with 22. Let's go over to the gunsmith bench and clean these up before we use them. Grab the precision tools. That's locked. He's got the ammo crate there. We'll just go ahead and grab some spray if we can't get it through. Maintenance. Nah, we don't. I think we have a maintenance kit over here. Chemistry kit. I swear I saw it. Maybe I didn't. Okay, we'll use the spray for now. I just want to make sure I'm not going to get inconsistent jams. I could apply the spray probably while holding it, but for me, I like using it. It'll be a lot cleaner now. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you reapply it until you change back to what I mean. I cleaned that pretty good. Love the sound. Nice. 53 ought to do pretty good. I mean, it's got an 80 repairs. I haven't used the knife sharpener yet. I don't know. I don't really know how to actually use that. I'm gonna try it though. Grab a knife. See if I can sharpen it on the bench. Just try to see if I can drag and drop it in the repair. There we go. This is in mint condition, so there's really no need, but I'm just going to try it because I've never tried it before. This item does not require improvement, but that is how it would do it. How do I damage that knife? Maybe cutting some scrap. Maybe there's more than one scrap in here, I can damage it. Look at him go spaghetti. Spaghetti cards on the ground there. It shouldn't be mint now. I've used it twice, so let's see. Still mint. Unless damage doesn't degrade in testing. Do we have any more material in here I can cut with it? I don't see any. Let's just try. It should have diminished it enough to where I could use it. Let's just see. Repair. Nice. That's what I want to hear. That's awesome. Great. Let's check the knife. It should still say mint. But I just wanted to hear the sharpener working because I've never used it, so that's cool. Sharpener works great. Okay. And I guess let's go back to testing the pistol. And then I'll go back over there, do some more hacking. Isn't that interesting? So we fired what? 5 times maybe? Okay, never mind. I'm just looking at something else. Everything's working. I mean, even got pistol smoke. Okay. Might have to actually get me a high point with this color scheme. This isn't a high point pistol, obviously, but it just repeats. Okay, so let's throw this one down. And let's load the SMG. Okay. Yeah, this is a 50-round magazine. I think this is suppressed. This is going to take a minute to dump load, so I'm just going to... That's the reason why I repaired the pistol before I shot it, because it's going to jam constantly. The condition of this weapon's probably not great. Yeah, that's why. It's actually not really the condition, it's the cleanliness here. If your weapon's not clean, got quite a lot before it jammed again. That's good. On Nesoi, I was having a lot of problems with it jamming a lot. It was, but now it's not doing that as much. So that's fine. That all works well. I don't doubt that these work. By the way, these are well implemented. He knows what he's doing. Load our rifle mag. These are 27-round mags, they're not 30-round mags. So. one more mag. I'll finish off these slugs. It's interesting how these drums are here, but the shotgun's not present. I don't know if he just forgot to add it or what. That one's dead. That one's dead. Raptors over here. These are dead. These are dead. We got shell casings on the floor. They've disappeared. There's a method to this madness, by the way. I'm not just doing this for no reason. We're gonna skin these. We degrade the combat knife. We'll use the sharpener tool. Try it out. Now we've got poison glands, spider silk gland. Imagine my character's gonna be hungry and thirsty here soon. They've been here for a bit. I don't know why he didn't add the shotgun to the training facility. Unless he did, I shouldn't say training, I mean the testing ground. He may have, and it just might have glitched through the platform. I like the spaceship though. It's pretty cool. It reminds me somewhat of whenever I play Space Engineers. We should be degrading the knife at this point. We've skinned quite a few. Now we got all the glands from the spiders. Let's check our knife condition now. I'm not thinking. Yeah. Still mint. Probably won't be after I get done skimming all this though. It might be. Yeah, there it goes. It's finally degrading. I was gonna say it might be that the sharpener gave it like a +10 bonus. I'd probably suggest to him a different sound for skinning the animals. Like the material I can see, but the raptors and stuff just didn't sound like ripping material and paper. It's more like flesh and gooey sounds. So these are all skinned up. I could grab these. I'm not going to right now. That's the fire thing, so you can test your damage. This over here is to test the radiation. We're not going to do all that right now. Let me check and see what my fatigue is. Need to sleep. There's some more right here to. I'm trying to degrade this knife down a little bit so I can test and see if the condition on it's going to change and see what the sharpener actually does when it's really taking a lot of damage. But I don't have enough materials to damage the knife. Now that I've destroyed my comforter, we'll just go ahead and sleep in the cold. Before I do that, I'm going to disconnect my battery. Sleep for 8 hours. Food and water's diminishing, but I've got a little bit of food in here, so I'm not too worried about it. Just trying to make sure this stuff is tested. It says to press E on that. Pressing E is not doing it. Just on this up here. Okay, so go ahead and eat. Materials there. I think I missed it. What is it? Trying to think how I can get him to list the items in a way that I can actually verify them, because without having enough lockpicks to get into everything, I can't really verify that all these items are here and correct. I can verify what I can see, I can verify some of the stuff that I've been able to unlock, but I can't really tell what's supposed to actually be here and what's not. So let's try the sharpener again. Man, that's satisfying. I like it. Let's see what the condition is of that right now. 100% now. So that the sharpener's working perfectly fine. Vision tools. So the talent AI. Let's try the notes. Let's go to data. There should be. I thought there was a voice file, but I don't know. No, that would be under voice logs. Okay, so these are all just written files. So Linus Mears message. Send Linus Mears recipient Ulif Gurney L. Have you heard about Cade? So L is Linus and Ulif is Y. Heard about Cade? Who is Cade? Guy we played poker with in the lower decks, minor. Bushy mustache. Oh, I got you. What about him? He had a suit breach in one of the mine shafts. Guess he's in pretty bad shape. What happened? What was he exposed to down there? Ammonia. Tapped into a trapped pocket of the stuff. On one of his crew sealed the suit breach, but not before Cade started roasting. Ooh. They say he was screaming and flailing about like a madman. Guess they had to sedate him for evacuation. He was roasting in his suit? I couldn't imagine. Poor bastard. I thought our sanitation crew had it rough. Those miners are always one spark away from disaster. It's a cool backstory. Black file number 067. Unlisted basic variants. I found files on basic charisma, basic control, and something called basic science. No public product IDs, never call notices, just logs, tags, syntax override. Silence was never approved. That line repeated across 8 redacted reports. And that more than likely is talking about the new skill injectors. Black file number 61. Project NutriVault feed loop. Goal: self-sustaining or self-sustaining neutral. Excuse me. Self-sustaining neural nutrient loop. Subject fed engineered food, elevated cognitive strain, increased nutrient need, feedback value. Result: reduced lifespan, predictable behavior, output, minimal variance, reported success in containment zones, now marketed as efficient survival blend. So the letters are kind of scattering all over the screen for me right now, and it's getting kind of blurry. Uh, it's just something with me. It's not the game or anything doing that. It's just that's the reason why I'm having a little bit of trouble. Um, Black file number 43, make room protocol basic series. Basic series never stood for basic functionality. Internal docs call it bioadaptive synthetic intelligence core. So these basic injectors that we've got now, that's what those actually are. Bioadaptive synthetic intelligence core. Uh, implants sync with room. Implants sync with make room network even after disposal. Implants don't forget the host. Black file number 24, implants. They call it single-use skill upgrade. Truth. Neural overwrite with permanent signature binding. Tested on pre-cleansed populations. Symptoms negligible. Craftsman shows cognitive haze after second dose. Engineer developed tactile trimmer. Science. Well, science was terminated. Black file number 37. Cognitive injector recall. Firmware update suspended. Too many anomalies. Too many lucid dreams reported. One technician wrote, "They don't tell you what it does to your dreams." I found the memo. It was shredded, burned, embedded in capsule foam. Still readable. Black file number 31. Ingredients. Make Room's nutrition protocol. 43% powdered algae. Number 23% crushed larvae. Husk reduced. 15% protein pulp. Green variant. Classified elements redacted. Fun fact, the same formula used for livestock temperament control. Just flavored different. I'm assuming that's that. Probably the ingredients for the algae bar that we have. So Linus Mears is the only one where we actually have names involved. And the rest are basic. So this is the injectors, NutriVault feed loop. I'm not sure if that's. I want to say that's like maybe the MREs, but I don't think so. And then it talks about what the basic for the injectors mean. The implants, which I'm assuming are the little chips that you're implanting when you're using the injectors. Firmware updates. Some kind of side effects from the injectors, I'm suspecting. And the ingredients, which I think these are the ingredients for the algae bar, for the snack bar. So we don't have any voice logs that I see, unless I've missed some. There's a bunch more here, actually. Governance app deployed, hacker testing in progress. Glitch Gremlin chat app deployed. Wallet login works. Balance checking does not. Will finish ASAP. Escrow token management worker programs are roughly 80% complete. 2 of 5 vanity pub keys. This is Geeknik backend update. Story entry. Can we play that? No. What? Pretty sure we have voice logs somewhere. That's the music. Vendor classification. I'm not gonna read every single one of these to you guys. I'm just gonna quickly run through these and make sure everything's good. I can read a lot faster when I'm not reading aloud. There's just something about it. With everything happened, I still retain my ability to read when it doesn't do weird stuff, but I still have some issues. But when I read aloud, I struggle more than just reading them. So. I didn't actually mean to hit that circle. I'm grabbing these and I'm going to try to see if I can get them to play something. That's what I'm trying to do. See if I can test it. The data. Look at all these different entries now. But I'm glad I did that because it took it and it sorted it all out. So there's all the black files. And there's Linus Mirrors, Geeknik, which I read, Nimrod Diary. He's making some sort of captain's log. Bridge, 20 steps to the capsule on left. Through the breach in the hole, I can see the glowing reactor coolers. Beyond the next airlock pod capsule and my salvation. My access card will definitely open this airlock. My access card will definitely open this airlock. I think that was wait. My access card will definitely open this airlock. I'm not a rocket scientist. All I know about reactor cores is that you have to go as far as possible, which was usually enough for me. I only have to go this way, and I already feel the strong effects of radiation sickness. There were only regular first aid kits in the warehouse and hazmat first aid kits. It wouldn't help much. It wouldn't help me much in this situation anyway. My choice is small. I think I'll be able to get to the pod's capsule and go into hibernation. It will disconnect automatically and floating to nothingness. Oh no. Poor guy. Nimrod didn't make it. I think this was an accident though. My access card will definitely open this airlock. It was repeated 3 times. I'm gonna make note of that to him real fast. Nimrod Diary number 7. Where was that at? Diary number 7. My access card will definitely open this airlock. It's repeated 3 times in the message. Entry. Okay. Black file. So for some reason these didn't sort properly. I don't know if these should actually be down there, I would think, but he'll probably make it where it sorts it automatically later. I think it just did it by the order in which I picked them up. Let's read the black file. 56. Vendor classification, make room for technology, kernel reference, population, pressure regulator. Employee on board skips genetic integrity clause, symptom masking protocols embedded nutrition rations. Green paste. Variant number 6 approves the short-term deployment flavor profile. Neutral umami. Nutritional matrix shows elevated serotonin modulation. Possible side effects: decreased spatial awareness, dream vividness, metabolic tremors, consume safety within 72-hour windows. I think these are supposed to be about the foods you find, is what I think. This one looks interesting. Autopsy report. What is this all about? Autopsy report A53EILAP, top secret, Aura Prime, Ithaca Labs, authorized personnel only, case number A53E, pathologist, Ranian Mar. So that's three different individuals, or more actually, because Nimrod. That's 3 or 4. Ranian Mar. Is this the doctor that is carrying out the autopsy, or is this the name of the patient? Or specimen, I should say. Estimated age 25 to 35, solar cycles based on planet of origin. Sex male, species alien. Ooh. Height 183 centimeter. Weight 70 kg. Eye color brown. Blood type A2. Rigor mortis none. Liver mortis none. Visual marks injury none. Probable cause of death euthanasia during abduction. Date of autopsy date or day 3542 AP. Facility at the Lab Site 3. Summary: as the previous subjects retrieved in the planetary system by our scouts, genetic differences from our specimens are minimal, suggesting a possible shared origin. Notable morphological deviations are present and may be attributed to environmental adaptation and or earlier genetic modifications. Characteristic traits of these species include brain of similar volume, but with significantly reduced neural interconnectivity, substantially smaller ocular globes and orbital cavities, slightly more robust overall body structure, increased hair density across the body, enlarged and complex auditory system, pale skin tone, though this is not a consistent feature across recorded specimens. This subject displays minor variations compared to individuals previously acquired hundreds or even thousands of years ago during a period when the species was still extant within its own planetary system. These differences are likely the result of natural civilizational progression and lifestyle changes, and are not biologically significant. Further study is deemed unnecessary. The subject presents no unknown features given the complete extinction of the species and its previous confirmed lack of interstellar capabilities. The acquisition of live specimens is no longer possible. Reports regarding their alleged sightings continue to circulate in informational channels. However, the resources are known to us and have been deliberately shaped to serve specific purposes. This report is final. Disposal of the subject is recommended. Interesting. So this is a little bit of a backstory going on here with the story coming to Hiraeth, and that's appears to be mentioning a lot of stuff like ADP, which is on the area of Nesoi. You see a lot of their vehicles. And then now we've got an autopsy report. Recovered French slang. Recovered French slang 1. Field lexicon, outer system speech, version 0.1. Working reference for undercover operatives or corporate assets deployed beyond monitored sectors. Mastering these informal terms increases survival, trust, and information access in lawless or unregulated zones. Blisk, noun. A short, intense system failure, usually electrical or digital. The machine The machine gave a blisk and caught fire. Drail, verb, to drift without control, ESP, in 0G or after propulsion failure. Our rig drailed straight into the system's dark. Grav twist, noun, artificial gravity, malfunction or shift, feeling woozy. Grav twist, cutting in and out again. Halo burn, noun, skin damage caused by the stellar exposure or radiation. One day outside the hole without shielding and you will get halo burn real bad. Shiv box, noun, makeshift cell brig or containment unit they tossed in. They tossed him in the Shiv box for a cycle. Void exploitive or expletive. General curse word used like fuck. Void me sideways. The cable's still live. Void me sideways. The cable's still live. Alright. Ruster, noun, old half-dead ship, barely holding together. You're actually flying that ruster. You've got nerves of iron. Blink feed, noun, a visual stream or short-range transmission from a drone/cam. Lost blink feed from Delta-2. Someone check the relay. Janky, or Janka, Janky. Janka, noun, improvised power unit or illegal overdrive hardware. They slapped a Janka and burned right through the lock. Okay. Tag brain, noun, an identity chip or AI node embedded in someone's head. He's missing his tag brain. He's just a blank now. Lung oil, noun, inhaled street level narcotic, usually in vapor form. He's been hitting the lung oil again. Look at his pupils. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Warn Saint, noun, ironic nickname for someone lucky to still be alive. You're a warned saint, no doubt. Should have died thrice already. That's interesting. There's Mr. Gills. I don't know if that's a typo or if it was a typo with him originally. I thought it was Gliz, but I could be wrong. Let's see. I'm stuck. This is the one you find on him when you find him. So, Nimrod Diary. Man, there's a couple different Nimrod diaries. I might actually break these down into in another video and talk about Nimrod as a person and see what's going on there. Because yeah, this one mentions a pirate attack. So you're starting to get pieces of the story here. That's cool. But I'm supposed to be testing, not delving into the story. So I better get back to what I was doing here. So that'll give you an idea of what's coming. So if you guys like story rich, you're already getting story rich in just the test bed. So and the demo's coming. Nanos. I don't think we have enough to use the ration master. Yeah, I don't. You don't have enough requirement obedient points. These, I think he's still. What is that? Oh, that's five digit code. Oh, this one's timed. Okay, so let's see. Oh, all these different ones. Crap. Let's try 0, 8, 7, 9. No, that's not right. I'll never get this one. I better use the Talon. Yeah, so that's why you hold off on the Talon. So we got different stuff here. Space backpack. We got one number right. Oh man. Okay, 8, 5, 6, and 5, 1. 8, 5, 1, 6, 1. Yeah, I'm cooked. What I should have done is hit the numbers that I knew, the 2 that were green, put those in, and then use the talent AI, but I didn't have enough time to just sit there and paddle through all that. You just kind of have to get it done. Let's see. Okay, so I'll show you that you can lock it. You're supposed to hit spacebar when you're getting to the nodes, but I just hold spacebar the entire time. It doesn't matter. So here's the injectors. We've got the basic, and then it told you what basic meant in there. We've got these different injectors. Let's go ahead and quickly take these. These are just going to boost your skills by injection. A quick way to get a fast level if you're trying to build something. Here's stuff. Click it. You see these numbers going up here. Probably not ideal to just hurry up and click them all, but you probably could. Now if we go to statistics, you can only level up your skills. You go into statistics, you can see where all the different Hell Rider. Oh yeah. Looter goes up probably the fastest because you're always opening boxes. Forcer, that's for breaching with like the crowbar, hammer. Grabber, gunsmith, lockpicker. So I'm over level 2 on that. Hacker, haven't quite reached level 2 on that. Scientist, inspector, engineer. I bet you the Hell Rider is going to be when the vehicle happens. That's cool though. Hell Rider. Hell yeah. Alright, so let's go to the hack on this one. Quick and easy. If I don't see it. That's 3 and a 9, probably a 0. Okay. 993. I ran out of attempts, I think. I don't think I can actually finish that. Let's just try it. 3, 9, 9, or 3. Uh-oh! Permanently locked. Further attempts to override the system will be classified as sabotage. Authorization. Something. So you don't want to screw up on that. Security status violated. Permanent lockdown engaged. So that was one of the things that can happen. You got to be careful when you're hacking. Even on the ones that seem like they're pretty easy with just 3 numbers. You can get locked out of them permanently, or sometimes what can happen is the item that you're trying to hack into can explode. So here, just got the repair nodes. It's pretty easy. If any of you guys played Moonbase Alpha, Reminds me a lot of that. I don't think it's a 0, actually. That's gonna be 8, 7. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's doing that. Maybe you have to enter all numbers first before you can punch the code in. Let's see. Yeah. No, lock me out. It wasn't doing this before, so you must have just made it where it works like that. So I'm permanently locked out of that one too. There. So there's no extra node there, so we'll just rescan. So the repairs are pretty easy. Things locked. Gonna be 2, 4, 3, 5. Two maybe? It was right there. And then you just gotta flip these. Say what? That's the problem. I asked him about any numbers that repeated, if he could maybe change them to purple, so that you know for a fact that that number repeats sometime in the sequence. Or as you progress in hacker level, you automatically get a one green number automatically. Let's see what that shows. What in tarnation is it? 5. There she is. And now that was unlocked. You're wondering why I'm just constantly going back to these and doing them. Like I said, I'm game testing. I be doing it. 110%. Yesterday when I was messing around, I noticed some of these like locked me in. I didn't know if that was if I had missed them or. I've basically unlocked almost everything. I don't have enough lockpicks to finish this. No, not help. I was trying to close this. Bah! excuse me. Okay, 9. That can't be a 1. 7, 6, 9. What would that be? 4? Yes. Okay, 7, 1, 6, 9. Hey, I got it. I wasn't sure about that one, but I like how it's like really intense music. Like reminds me like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when they're trying to answer the final question. Like it's all like dramatic when they're trying to answer the question. Okay, so that pretty much concludes me doing these tests. Since I can't really check this, and I've tested the AMPX, I've checked all the locks as best I could. I've gotten into pretty much everything I could think of here. Even tested some of the weapons some more, which I've tested them so many times. Let me see down here. I think that's just an ammo. You can't run in here for some reason. We're going to this. I got one number out of all that. Okay, so 6, 0, 3, 9. What in tarnation? 3, 0, 9. Okay. Yes, it's just ammo. Okay. So no bugs with the not lockpick, but the hacking, but I did encounter those one couple of times where it wouldn't let me enter that final number, and then I just entered some random number, and it would do the lockout protocol on me. Okay, I think that's going to conclude the stream for Hiraeth tonight, and like I said, guys, I apologize about the last time I had the stream all set up and everything. But he didn't want me to go into it not knowing what I was doing and, you know, kind of make it look like it's not going to be cool or something like that because I didn't know what I was doing or something. I know what I'm doing, so it's fun. Hope you guys liked looking at the new facility, checking out the little spaceship that it's on here. I just realized what those are. That's a spaceship that you actually land on the planet Nesoi with. I just realized that. You can see the legs are folded up. And I wonder if I can see out the other window. I can't run in here. So your ship is docked with this, is what it is. You get the little charging looking port things. Yeah. This is one of those big ships that you see on the Nesoi. And in the back, they got the sleep pods and stuff. There's actually 2 of these up here. Cool. Alright, well, let's turn on some music and we'll end it. We'll end on the wish I was here. Alright guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching and appreciate you tuning in. If you tuned in, if you tune in after, I appreciate you watching and hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you guys next time with some more Hiraeth content. And as this game develops, I'll be continuing to follow it and continuing to test. Hopefully, I'm able to see this whole thing through. So, catch you guys